Hello, Onskate. We're playing Pokemon Scarlet and we're finishing up some classes and talking to teachers. So in total you can follow 6 classes. After the first 3 classes you get the midterms and you have to pass the quiz with at least 3 right answers, correct ones, and then after 6 classes you get the final exam and then you have to pass with 4 correct classes. And after each time following classes you can talk to the teachers. The time has come. The cursed treasures, the 4 Pokemon of ruin. They exist. And I stumbled upon the truth in the newspaper of all places. In an interview piece with a carpenter no less. The Pokemon wielders apparently use sacred stakes to seal these treasures of ruin in shrines. There is a separate shrine for each of the 4 Pokemon, and 8 stakes driven into the ground in the areas surrounding each shrine keep the power of ruin at bay. In other words, if all of the stakes for a given shrine were to be removed, it would release the Pokemon held inside. Don't you think it would be nice to free those Pokemon from the confines of their tiny little shrines? A kind soul, I see. You're proving truly useful. According to a descendant of the Pokemon wielders in the story, you must have a bond with Pokemon in order to remove the stakes. I'm sure someone as Pokemon savvy as yourself would have no trouble at all with that. You can choose for yourself whether to believe me or not, but I will mark the locations of these shrines on your map. I'd rather go myself, of course, but skipping out of my classes to go adventuring seems to have made the director a little suspicious of me. You can think of it as part of your treasure hunt. Treasure of ruin are still treasures after all. I hope you will investigate these shrines if you are all inclined to do so. Let's see. Oh. The shrines. Oh yeah, here. That's a shrine. That's one. There is 2. There is 3. And 4. Okay, they are marked at the map. This one you can already find. I guess that one stays until you find all the shrines, I guess. You here to do a little shopping? So you came to see me, did you? I'm here to check out the sandwiches they've got for sale. The school store sandwiches taste great and have excellent nutritional balance too. I guess I'm not just not used to it yet. All the training kind of wore me out. I achieved my goal, anyway, so I'm going to take a break from sandwich making for a bit. Alright, I didn't tell you what my goal was. I wanted to pay Nurse Miriam back for everything she does for me. It was my way of saying thanks. She's so nice and so skilled at what she does. I really look up to her. I wanted to try sandwich making so I could be skilled at doing something for other people. Like she is, but I guess I just wasn't cut out for it. What I am cut out for though is being full of energy, so I decided to focus on that instead. Like I said in class, I think people and Pokemon should make their strong points stronger. You really helped me out, new kid. Take this as a way of saying thanks. Alright then, what should I go with today to get my protein in? Why hello there. You always seem to appear at the most crucial of moments. Well, you see, Master Hassel, I'm here to collect you. So I see. I'm glad that you finally made up your mind about taking your place as the leader of the family. Well, it is indeed true that I've made up my mind. I've made up my mind to continue teaching here at the academy. How could you? Are you saying you don't care what happens to our proud lineages? I'm saying that they have other priorities. Have a look around at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, the perceptiveness, grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's Asian bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see young talent blossom and grow into the future. It just seems so much more fun to me, if I'm being honest. What an utter nonsense. And yet, your fearless, unflinching commitment to that nonsensical vision proves that you're worthy of carrying the will of dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up. I will come as many times as I need in order to change your mind. Oh, by all means, my door is open. I think you soon find you've met your match in stubbornness. You thought I could be caught by some stories spun up about my father's deteriorating health? I'm not so easily fooled. I will return another day. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I was so very close to resigning my post as teacher and returning to my home. But the students here gave me courage to say no. That includes you. Your words truly brought me strength. I cannot think of a way I can possibly repay my debt to you young ones. Take this, if you will, insufficient as it may be in expressing the full breadth of my gratitude. Now then, let it be clear to all. I, Hassel, will continue on my chosen path as instructed to the use of our world. Help me keep an eye out, would you? I've set a little ambush here for that girl who keeps watching me. She'll be here any second. Well, you see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. Ah. It's you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. How do you know? I guess you must have noticed. I'm sorry. Yeah, of course I noticed. You were watching me practically all day, every day after all. I assume there's something you want to ask me. Yes, I do. I've been a huge fan of yours since your time as gym leader, and I love rock type moves so very much. Oh my. But you should just suddenly retired from your post as gym leader a year and a half ago. Why did you quit? My goodness. Is that all you wanted to ask? Yes. The reason for retiring was never made public, but it was well known among the students here that you just avoid the question anytime it is asked. I thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, so I just couldn't get the courage to ask. But that's why your gaze felt so intensely, so very intense, I see. Forgive me. So very intense? Ah, never mind. As for the reason I quit my job as a gym leader, I simply wanted to focus more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I dislike being a gym leader or anything of that sort. Quite the contrary, talking about the gym fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. That's why I always avoid answering the question when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans of becoming a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister is doing a splendid job as gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher most enjoyable these days. And since I am, in fact, your teacher, I would appreciate it if you would call me Ms.Tyme, as students do, and not just Tyme. Okay, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Ms.Tyme. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. Ah, that made me so nervous. I said so many things to try to sound cool. I was certainly a little scared when I felt that girl's intense gaze on me. But having you here with me allowed me to do what needed to be done to face what turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I must thank you for always showing up at just the right time. Allow me to show you my appreciation a little. I hope this helps you on your adventure. Hey there, come on in. Everyone's welcome in the nurse office. Oh, it's you. I'm glad you're here. I have some good news. You're not gonna believe this, but I passed the health teacher's certification exam. Thank you so much. I saw you pushing yourself real hard with your treasure hunt, and it really inspired me. Of course, Most of the credit for my success goes to my own hard work though. Thanks for giving me the push I needed to try again. But they tell me there's no room to add new classes this year. So I guess I keep being a nurse Miriam for a bit. Just you wait though, I was standing in front of the class at this academy before you know it. Then I'll teach you all you need to know about health. I bet I'll make a great teacher. I can't wait to see you in my class. My dear, Palmy is here as healthy as can be. Well, it seems being quiet is simply a part of this one's personality. It is hard for a Pokemon to communicate with his fellows without speaking up. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell each other of all sorts of things, like the location of food, or whether there are predators nearby. But even if I were to release it back into the wild, I'm afraid that I might not be able to do those sort of things. What do you think? Where does Palmy belong? Oh, I didn't expect to hear more known. My name. So, you think it should stay here? With me? I was so focused on getting it back in good health that it could return to the wild that I didn't even consider that possibility. What do you think about that idea, my little Palmy friend? Palmy, it spoke, at last. Even without speaking Pokemon language myself, I know that the reply means yes. Oh my dear, merci, so very, very much for all your help with Palmy. All the more reason you should have this. Here, a rare Pokemon for you to raise. Ah, I'm so happy, yes, Salvatore will take it upon myself to look after Palmy for good. I will indeed. And received Gallagher Meowth. It will evolve in Berserker. Cool. Too bad you cannot get the Pokemon early in the game because the classes updated the further you progress the stories. So the other 3 paths. But it's still cool you get this Pokemon. A steel type. Miss, about the matter with which I need your help. I have discovered the name of the incredible sweet condiment. It's called Sweet Herba Mystica. If you should find it during the course of your treasure hunt, I would be grateful if you would share some with me. Miss, have you anything to report about the Sweet Herba Mystica? Give some of your Sweet Herba Mystica, yes. Oh. Does that mean we can get more? Thank you for the visit. A good friend of mine has been telling me of your recent exploits. I leave their identity to your imagination. But now, lest I forget, there is another matter I would very much like your opinion on. Do you know what manner of gentlemen's hairstyles considered cool, as it were, among the youth these days? Oh, Pomodors, you say? I suspected as much, though I don't seem to recall many of the academy male students supporting such a style. Could it be, then, that the pompadour has already had his day in the sun? Perhaps I ought to consider a change of wig. Oh, that is to say, never mind. Thank you for your insight. It was most unlikely. Thank you again for your outstanding work on Operation Starfall. I cannot tell you how relieved I am that we were able to help Miss Penny as we did, and I know she's exceedingly grateful to you for your part in all of this. So, I have one more thing to ask of you, though the request is admittedly of a delicate nature. Do you think you could continue being good friends with Miss Penny as you have thus far? I must say, I truly am glad to have you as one of my students at the academy. I believe you've more than earned this small token of my appreciation. I hope that you will always stay just as wonderful as you are now. So to finish the last two talks to the teachers, we need to find Sweet Herb Mystica and complete the whole shrine things. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that in this game or in Pokemon Violet, since we need to unlock Terra Raid battles with 5 stars or 6 stars to be able to get Herb Mystica to get a chance of. So we're gonna end it here. Thank you all for watching. Wish you all well. See you in the next video.